Welcome back, GlamFam. It's your girl, Angela Denise, and I am here with you today with my Sephora sale recommendations. So originally, I wasn't going to make this video because I know everybody's making recommendation videos right now, but a few of you did send me messages and you asked what I thought you guys should check out during the sale. So I have about 12, 13 products here in front of me that I think that if you have not already, you should definitely pick up during the Sephora sale. So the VIB sale started on Friday. So I wanted to come real quick and give you guys a few suggestions on some products that I think you should check out while you can get the 20% off. And I have a couple of Sephora brand products here that I love that I also think you guys should pick up during the 30% off for Sephora brand products that they are having. So we will go ahead and start out with complexion products. Most of these products are complexion products. So I have two foundation recommendations, and these are my top two foundations of the moment. I am wearing the Tom Ford foundation on my face. Now, in the Tom Ford foundation, I do have two different shades because I love the formula so much. I have the shades 9.5 Warm Almond and the shade number 10 Chestnut. So right now I can pretty much wear the shade 9.5 by itself because I have not been getting any sun. But during the summertime, I will add in a pump of Chestnut. So 9.5 is the best shade that I have in this foundation so far. I absolutely love the texture of this foundation, the consistency of this foundation. It does oxidize on the skin, so I would let it rest on the skin for a few minutes so you can kind of see the true color. I did feature this foundation in my Best in Beauty for 2020. You guys know that I love this foundation, and this is absolutely the perfect time to pick it up while you can get 20% off. So the Tom Ford foundations are one that you must pick up while you can. The next foundation is one that I haven't talked about on my channel in a little bit, but most of you guys know that I love it. And this is the La Mer Soft Fluid Foundation with SPF 20. This is the shade 450 Sepia. Again, this is a good shade for me during the summertime. I love this as an everyday foundation. It is absolutely beautiful on the skin. It sits on the skin just, it's everything. Everything that they say it is, and I absolutely love it. I am contemplating picking up an additional shade during the sale. I did try this out at the tail end of 2019 is when I first tried this foundation out, and I have been obsessed with it ever since. So the La Mer Soft Fluid Foundation is one that you definitely should check out in stores so you can check out the shade range and pick this up if you can. It's really, really beautiful. Next up, we have concealer, and the concealer that I also have on my face today. This is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Concealer. I am wearing the shade M20 under the eyes and MD 2020 to sculpt my brows. I absolutely love this foundation. I started using this foundation around this time, concealer. I started using this concealer around this time last year, and I have been obsessed with it ever since. And you guys, you know everybody raves about this concealer. It is everything that they say it is. So if you have not, go ahead and pick it up. Now, I will suggest that if you are my complexion, M20, I would go up 1 or 2 shades if you like a good old like highlight. M20 doesn't really give me a super like highlighted under eye. This is more of like an everyday type of highlight, you know. But if I were looking for a real good boost under the eye, I would definitely go up probably to M19 or M18. I just want to throw that out there. So I have a couple of Sephora brand products that I love and have been loving that I really haven't talked about too much on my channel, but I have been loving them here recently. So the first one is the Sephora Bronzer. I absolutely love this one. I am wearing it on my face today. This is in the shade Mykonos. This is it says it's a modern bronzing powder with a creamy texture, buildable, soft matte finish. I definitely think that this is a comparable, I don't like to use the word dupe, but it's definitely comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury matte bronzer, airbrush bronzer. This is a very much more affordable option to that. This is the shade Mykonos. I would say complexions through like MAC NC50 could wear this shade easily, comfortably, because this is very rich on my skin. Again, it is very buildable. It is a matte finish. You guys know that I generally don't do like matte products, but this is a matte product, but I love the way it lays on my skin. It's really similar to the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, if you ask me. So if you haven't checked out this Sephora bronzer, shade Mykonos 05, you guys, I don't know what you're waiting on. And this is probably the best value for the buck in my bronzer collection. I think it's like $20. So, love. The next thing is one that I shared on my community tab the other day, and I have actually been loving this over the last couple of months. I believe I've mentioned it on my channel once or twice, but I just want to make sure that you guys are aware. I also use this on my face today to finish my foundation routine, and this is the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. Let's see, this is a baked powder. I really love going in with a baked powder and buffing my face once I'm done with my foundation routine. And this is the shade number 56. When I checked earlier, this one was still in stock, but you guys, this always sells out. So if you want it, especially with a 30% off, you should definitely check it out. Love. Okay, so another bronzer. So this is a bronzer that I do believe is going to be going away. So if you have the opportunity to pick it up now, or if you have room in your budget, I definitely recommend this. This is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer, and this really did start it for me when it comes to bronzers a couple of years back. This is the Becca Ipanema Sun Bronzer, Sunlit Bronzer, and I do believe that at the end of the year, Becca is closing its doors. So if that is the case, I would suggest picking up a backup, because this is literally one of the perfect bronzers in my collection for my complexion in the springtime when I really haven't had any sun. We're coming off of winter. This one and the Charlotte Tilbury number 3 are like the perfect color bronzers for me in winter and early spring. I love this shade. I love the texture of this bronzer. I love the radiance that you get from the bronzer. It's not matte, but it's not overly radiant either. It definitely reminds me of the Physicians Formula bronzer. So I love this bronzer. If you guys can, if it's still in stock, I would suggest you pick one of these up too. What's next? Okay, so I have a setting spray. So I don't really talk about setting sprays too much on my channel, but I did pick this one up in the last Sephora sale, and I did not like it at first. The reason why I did not like it was it made my skin feel tight. Well, that's because during the winter time, my skin isn't typically oily, so I don't need a setting spray like this. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is awesome when it is warm outside or you're going to be sitting outside. You put this on, your face just will not move. But if you do have combination skin, normal skin, dry skin, I do not recommend using this on days where you're not going to be getting oily. So I would say spring, summer would be perfect. This is not something that I use in the winter, hence the reason why it's pretty much still full, but I've been using it over the last probably week or two, and I really like this, and it really does a great job at making the makeup stay in place under my mask. So definitely would recommend, especially for my girls that are super, super, super oily. So just wanted to put that out there. Now, 2 brush cleaning products. You guys have heard me talk about these 2 products on my channel before, and I think that it's very important for your skin for you to keep your brushes clean. So I'm going to recommend that you guys pick up the professional size Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner, I mean, this is going to last you a year or longer. Mine has lasted me about 7 months is how long I've been having this one. So it'll definitely last me a year. And the reason why it's taken me so long to get through that is because they introduced a solid soap cleanser, kind of like the Beauty Blender solid soap brush cleanser. They have one now, and it came out about 6 months ago on the Sephora website. Ooh, there's some water still in here. But it's just a solid cleanser. It comes with like a little sponge where you can kind of undulate your brushes and sponges onto so that you can get the makeup off. I highly recommend the solid and liquid. I love them both. I love to use the solid on my like foundation brushes and concealer brushes, and then I'll use the liquid on my eyeshadow brushes that I use powder with, basically. So yeah, the Cinema Secrets is like one of my holy grail makeup brush cleansers. I do think it's important to keep those brushes clean so that you won't transfer that bacteria on your face if you are trying to work on your skin like I am. So the next things are powders. I have 3 powders, you guys. So we'll go ahead and talk about one that I bought maybe 2 months ago when it first came out, but I only recently started using it over the last month or so. And that is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder foundation. You guys, I have been obsessed with this. I have been using this powder non-stop for work, like my daily makeup routine, just a powder foundation. And I'm not typically a powder foundation girl, but this definitely gets the job done, and I love it. I am wearing the shade 385. I do not use the sponge that comes with it. I use a regular brush. I love the fact that it is white, clean, crisp packaging. And I just can't rave enough about this powder. I love it. Love. Okay. The next powder is, I'm not wearing the Fenty Beauty Powder Foundation, by the way, because I'm wearing my Tom Ford foundation. The next powder I am wearing up under my eyes, and it is the La Mercier Honey Loose Setting Powder. Now, I am a lover of the regular translucent setting powder, and I equally love the honey powder as well. I love this. I could easily set my face with this, but most of the time I do use it under the eye, depending on which concealer I use. But this is definitely a favorite of mine. I don't think that I've mentioned this on my channel too much, but I have been using this periodically, and I have been loving it, and I am wearing it today. Okay, so the next powder you guys have heard me talk about on more than one occasion, I'm sure, but I just wanted to remind you guys that this is a pricey powder that I definitely suggest you guys pick up during the sale. So this is the Givenchy Prism Libre Loose Powder. This is a mattifying and pore blurring powder. I am wearing it on my face today. I absolutely love this powder. I love the fact that it's tinted, and I love the fact that there's multiple shades that you can get in this powder. I could probably go up one shade, but this is perfect for me during the peak of summer, and I'm, wearing it now because it is translucent. But I love that you get like this color correcting, these shades in here. Oh, but yeah, okay, this is the shade 05. I love this powder, and I highly, highly suggest you check it out. This is one of my favorite powders that I can get from Sephora at the moment, period. Better than my Laura Mercier. I like it more than my Huda Beauty. I like it more than all of them. This is my favorite powder from Sephora, period. Okay, so last but not least is the lip gloss that I'm wearing on my lips right now, and it is from Auntie Pat McGrath. This is the Faux Real Lust lip gloss. You guys have heard me talk about Flesh Fantasy before. It's my all-time favorite Pat McGrath lip gloss. Well, it is my all-time favorite Pat McGrath lip gloss, but this one is running in second place. So Flesh Fantasy is more of a pinky nude, and Faux Real is more of a nudie nude. It's more of a true nude. I'll go ahead and put some on right now. I really do love this gloss. I feel like it's the perfect nude shade. I love that it has a little bit of pearl sheen in it. You do get a somewhat opaque application with this lip gloss, but I mean, it's just everything. For Real and Flesh Fantasy. These are the two lip glosses that if you want to try Pat McGrath lip glosses, these are the ones to try, especially if you love a good nude. So I love a good nude in spring. I don't know what it is, but just a fresh bronze skin, glowy skin, and a nude lip is just everything for me in the springtime. So that is going to wrap it up for my 2021 spring sale recommendations. You guys comment down below and let me know what you plan on picking up from the sale. I'm so excited to share my haul video with you guys in a couple of days. And if you guys aren't already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you part of the team. So that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you guys next time.